In this video, I'm going to illustrate how to how to do the classwork, how the content will be delivered, and also I'm going to talk a little bit about assessments. So here is the starting page in Canvas for our course. So click here, and then this is your initial task that you have to complete before you begin the class. So once you begin the class, then you have weekly chapters to be covered. Okay, and here for each chapter, okay, we have a link for the chapter itself, which when you click this link, it'll take you to MindTap. And then we have chapter quizzes. These are mastery quizzes. And then we have a chapter test at the end. So the same pattern is repeated for every chapter. So first week we have two chapters, chapters 1 and 2. Then week 2 we have chapters 3, and week 3 we have chapters 4 and 5, and so on. So let me now illustrate how to do the classwork and how to do the assessments. So as I said, for each chapter you'll have a link to the chapter itself, and then we have links for the assessments, and you don't have to use these links for the assessments, because once you go to the chapter in MindTap, you will be able to access the assessments from there directly instead of having to come back to Canvas. So let me illustrate one example like chapter 2. So you click that. Now that will take you to this page which says load chapter 2, and this tool needs to be loaded in a new browser window. So if you click that, that will take you to a new window and you will go to MindTap. Okay, in MindTap, okay, so here is your activities course, but this is the side where the content will be delivered. So right now we started from chapter, I clicked chapter 2 from here. So chapter 2 is opened up, all other chapters are closed. Yeah. And you can view the content in two different ways. So here, this is the outline view where you have one folder for each chapter, and within each chapter you have the different sections. Or you can look at the week view. The week view only gives you the assessments within that week. Okay, so here there are 19 activities. So if you click the down arrow, it will tell you what are those activities. So these are all assessments, mastery quizzes, and so on. Okay, so I would suggest that you use this view where you will be able to do your work and then do the assessments as well. So for each chapter, you will have an introduction, and you click the link, and that will open up the content. Okay, so here that is a video. So you play the video. Once you're done, you click this X here. Yeah. Then here is chapter, and this is in practice. So click that, and that give you something to read. So you read, and then you move on to the next section. So next section is section 2.1. Click that, and that will open up section 2.1 for you, and then you click the right arrow to move from one page to the next. And once you're done with section 2.1, then click the X and you're back here, and then here there is a mastery quiz. So you don't have to really go to the mastery quizzes directly from Canvas, but once you're in MindTap, you can open the mastery quiz. So this one is an Excel quiz. Okay, so here there is a video that you can look at. So like here is Excel online tutorial. So click that link, and that tells you how to complete the assessment. Okay, so you can watch the video and do the work. And here is an Excel file with the data that you need to be able to answer these questions. So click that, and that will open your Excel for you, and then you do the work with the video as your guide in this case. Okay, sometimes you won't have a video, you have to just do the assessment. Okay, fill it out. Okay, so I'm going to just select something here. I mean, this, obviously I'm just randomly selecting something, and then you have to fill in the numbers here, and then you can click check work. So I got two of them right by randomly selecting and two of them wrong. Of course, I didn't answer any of these, but I have to answer them. And then you click next, and then you can submit the grade, or you can go back. Okay, and you can reset the problem. If you don't like the score, you can reset the problem and then do it again. So mastery quizzes, okay, let's get back. Mastery quizzes can be repeated any number of times until you ace it. So then once you're done that, then move on to the next section. So let's close section 2.1, open section 2.2. Again, you have some reading to do. Okay, so section 2.2, and then do the reading, do the work, and then do your mastery quiz. So this is again an Excel mastery quiz, and once again, you open the Excel file, and then you look at the video and do the work, and you enter the answers here, and then you can check your work, and if you scored well, then you can go to next and submit the grade, or you can reset and redo the problem any number of times. So once you have completed all of the sections, then finally you get to the reading, review, and assignments. You open that, and you will have a test. Now this test, okay, you click that test, and that will open up your test for you, and each question you have 3 attempts. So you click that. Okay, so here I'm using Chrome, so it gives me a warning here: due to a bug in Google Chrome, this page may not function correctly. Okay, but right now Adobe Flash is not enabled in your browser, and so on. So click here to install Adobe. So click that. Okay, so now looks like it's working. So click that, and I still get the error message, but at least I see the problem now. So if you have a error message like this and you want to try what they have suggested, or you can try a different browser, like maybe Firefox or something, and then you do the problem, and then you can click grade it now. So that will give you the first attempt, and if you're satisfied with the grade from the first attempt, then you can move on. Okay, save and continue. Okay, otherwise, okay, I just clicked grade it, and I didn't enter anything, so it graded everything wrong. Then the first attempt is 0. Then I can try another version. Now again, do the problem and grade it now, and it'll tell you what your grade was, and if you're satisfied, you can move on, or you can do a third attempt. So you get only 3 attempts total. So once you're done, okay, so you keep going like that, and once you're done, you finally will be able to submit. Once you're done with that, then you'll have the score here, and you're done with chapter 2. Then you can move on to the next chapter, and that schedule is here in Canvas. If you click modules, that will give you the weekly modules. Okay, chapter 1, chapter 2, and so on. And so week 2, then you follow the links from here. So Canvas tells you which chapter to work on in a given week. Okay, and then so like in week 2 you would work on chapter 3. So click on chapter 3 and click load chapter 3. That will take you to MindTap chapter 3, and then you start working from the top and do the mastery quizzes. And again, you can repeat mastery quizzes any number of times until you're satisfied with your grade. And then once you've completed all of those tasks, then you'll take the test, and the test, each question you'll get 3 attempts, and you can, once you get it right, then you don't have to repeat the attempt. You can keep moving forward. You repeat, you use the second and the third attempt if you want to improve your grade for that particular problem.